E aí galera, tudo bem? Bom, bem-vindos de volta ao meu canal, eu sou a Michelle e adivinha onde que eu tô? Vamos fazer uma sobremesa americana! Fica aí no vídeo, depois da vinheta vocês vão aprender uma receita. Bom, bem-vindos de volta a mais um vídeo, obrigada por assistir. E nós vamos fazer hoje uma sobremesa super tradicional aqui nos Estados Unidos, que é uma torta de pasta de amendoim. Adivinha quem vai ensinar pra vocês? Olha onde eu estou. Look there. Tada! Samantha!
Hi!
Thank you. One more time. So what are we gonna do today?
So, Michelle and her husband came over not that long ago for a barbecue, and they introduced my family to some famous Brazilian barbecue like picanha, right?
Yes.
And what's my favorite? Farofa?
Farofa, yes.
So good.
Yeah.
So I made all the side dishes, like the pastas and the vegetables on the side, and I also made dessert. And Michelle liked the dessert so much, she wanted me to show her how to make it. And then she said, maybe we'll share the recipe with you. So that's what we're here doing today.
Okay.
Okay, so first we have to get our ingredients out. So peanut butter is a very big popular in all desserts in the US. So that's what we want to start with. I'm using Skippy. You want to use creamy peanut butter. You also want to use cream cheese. I like Philadelphia cream cheese because
Why?
I'm in Philadelphia, so that's popular. Another thing is Cool Whip, which is like a whipped topping, like whipped cream that comes out of the aerosol, but it's in a container.
I wanna you say that in Portuguese. Chantilly.
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 Yes.
That's what this is? What's whipped cream?
Yes, whipped cream.
It's all whipped cream.
Yes.
Chantilly.
Yes.
This is Cool Whip. This is a little bit different. And then you're supposed to use sour cream. I don't have sour cream. So I'm using Greek yogurt, which is very similar. So we're gonna add that, make it a little bit tart, and cut through some of the sweetness. And then the other star of the show, beyond the peanut butter, are Reese's. Here in the US, where Reese's are made, they put Reese's in a bag, unwrapped and tiny, special to be used just for baking. You don't have to unwrap them. See how tiny they look? I'm gonna eat this one. But you could use big Reese's, and then you could just break it into pieces or kind of crush it up. But we're going to start with the crust. So if you wanted to do it the slow way and the right way, you would get a bag of Oreos, and you would take half of them out, and you would put them in a Ziploc bag, and you would bang, 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 and crush them up. You would add melted butter to that, and then press it in a pie pan and bake it in the oven. That's great. Here's the problem. It takes long because it's one more step, one more thing you have to buy, one more thing you have to put in the oven. Then you have to wait for it to cool, so then it's delayed. So if you have the time, you can do it that way. Another thing in the US that we like to use is the ready-made pie crust. Do you have these in Brazil?
I don't know, I don't think so. We do the same, we like just like
Right.
yeah. The
So
crackers.
these are pie crusts that this company makes, who makes cookies in the US, and they make a bunch of them, and it's already a pie crust in a pie pan. You just have to do the filling. So this one is chocolate, because I said like Oreos, and it's Reese's. You could also get it shortbread cookie, you could get it graham cracker, which is common bottom, vanilla cookie, but I just buy it, and then in the magic of buying things ready, you just lift it, and there's my cookie crust. Already done, already cooled, nothing to crush, nothing to bake.
No messy.
No mess. I'm a mom and a wife, and I work, and I don't have always the time, so this is very quick and easy.
Right.
All right, so now I have my KitchenAid mixer. Popular in the US, popular in Brazil too.
It's really popular in Brazil and expensive.
Probably a lot cheaper in the US than it
much
is in
more
Brazil.
cheaper.
Probably just as popular. So we're gonna start with the cream cheese. In this case, we also have our sour cream, which is the substitute, is the Greek yogurt.
Okay.
And then we also have our condensed milk, which I forgot to mention already. We actually don't use this in U.S. cooking as much as you use it in Brazilian cooking.
Yeah, we use a lot.
Popular.
Yeah.
Not as popular in the U.S., but it's in this dish. So these are the 3 ingredients. So again, we're gonna start with the sour cream or Greek yogurt,
Right.
a half a cup. So Michelle will have to put what this is in the metric system, because as you know, we do not use the metric system in the US.
Eu vou passar a receita, vou deixar aqui na descrição. Então, se você estiver gostando, curte esse vídeo. Se inscreve aqui no canal pra Samantha fazer mais receitas.
The whole can of condensed milk. Can I sneak a taste? Do you want to sneak a taste, Michelle?
You can do that. Yeah.
Delicious. Oh, it's so good.
Ta-da-na-na.
All right. You know, there's recipes like this are really popular in the US. So this is a no-bake recipe because in the US, it gets hot in the summer. I think the average temperature this summer was like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And it would go hot and cold. So in a day like the day that we barbecued that was hot, you don't want to heat your house up by heating up your stove and making a cake. So it's to have a cake or pie that you don't have to bake in the oven, that you can just refrigerate. You won't bake this. That's why the whipped topping is the background. So, and it's refreshing on a hot day. Very popular to bring to a barbecue. Popular with kids. Very easy to make.
Yeah, this
Doesn't
is so
take
cool.
long.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's my sour cream. And there's my cream cheese. So it's my
Cream cheese.
sour cream, my condensed milk, and my cream cheese. You want to make sure when you use your cream cheese that you let it soften at room temperature, because if it's hard, it's not going to spin.
Okay, didn't know then.
So here we go. And you just want to whip it up together. I'm going to make it go a little quicker, otherwise we'll be here till Christmas. And then you'll want a hot dessert, not a cold dessert.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's already beat and mixed together, as you can see. So we're going to take 2 cups of this and put it aside. We're going to use it later. So here I'm just ladling up my 2 cups. I'm putting it in a small bowl. And you're going to mix it again, so it's okay if it's a little lumpy. Don't worry about that. So this again, I'm putting this aside for something in a little bit. I'll just put a little bit more. I want to save that for the star of the show, which is the peanut butter. Alright, so I'm putting these aside, and now I'm going to add 3/4 cup of my creamy peanut butter to the mixture. You can maybe put a little bit more. That might be a little more than 3/4 cup, but you know what? No one has ever heard of having too much peanut butter.
Never.
That's okay.
In this peanut butter.
Just drop that in. Alright. Can't resist. Alright. So we're gonna put this in. There we go. I'm gonna go wash this peanut butter off my hand, and we'll be back to see this product.
Okay.
So as you can see, this whipped up nice and creamy. This is that condensed milk, sour cream, cream cheese mixture that I added peanut butter to. It's nice and creamy, and now we will put it in the pie pan.
Se liga nisso. It smells good.
It smells so good. It tastes so good, because how can you go wrong with peanut butter and condensed milk?
Which one is your favorite candy? Brazilian candy.
Brazilian candy is always, you know, paçoca.
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 Paçoca is your favorite. Is your favorite
So
one.
good. I found that you can buy it in giant container on Amazon. I wish I didn't know that, because now it's tempting.
Now you know, you have to buy one.
When I get it, when Michelle brings it to me, $1 at night for me. And I did it. I did that.
I know you did. I know you did a great job eating one wine today. Yeah, that's nice.
So this is just the bottom. So you know, you just want to smooth it out. You know what? It doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna set.
Yeah.
But you know, you want to use like an offset spatula or rubber spatula.
Actually, it's perfect.
Okay, done. Now, what you're gonna do, and it's okay that there's peanut butter in here because there's peanut butter everywhere, is you are going to add this back to the stand mixer bowl, and then we're gonna add Cool Whip, and then we're gonna whip it up. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so we're adding the container of Cool Whip. You don't have Cool Whip, you said. You have whipped cream.
I don't think we have the same one.
It's like whipped cream, but instead of coming out of the aerosol can, it's like in a container. So this is like the top.
I think we have similar one, but I don't know the...
This is almost like the frosting. So instead of adding the peanut butter, we add the Cool Whip. You could probably mix it by hand, but I'm gonna mix it.
Okay.
All right, so here it is, the whipped topping, made even better by the condensed milk and the sour cream, and now this goes on top. So if that's like the cake, if the peanut butter one is like the cake filling, this one is kind of like the frosting. But the good thing about this one is the ingredients are mostly the same. You put the sour cream, the cream cheese, and the condensed milk. That's the base. Half of it you add the peanut butter, half of it you add the Cool Whip. So it's super easy, and it's so quick to make.
Yeah, this is the good part.
Especially
it's quick to make.
A million times, and it's delicious. And it looks kind of messy now, but it won't be after it sets. So let me just scoop this out for you and finish this up, and then I will tell you the last step. All right, so it looks a little soupy. Do you have that word in Portuguese, soupy?
I don't know what is soupy means.
Like a little bit like soup, like a little wet, like a little
wet.
bit. Not like you're gonna bite into it and eat it like a cake.
It could be something about humid. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I translate that and put here. Soupy. Soupy.
Soupy. Like
soupy.
Soup.
Yeah, I understand.
Like wet and soupy. So it will get harder when you put it in the fridge. So a really key component is you need the time before you plan to serve it or bring it to let it sit in the refrigerator. So then you're gonna put this in the refrigerator for 4 hours.
4 hours, sorry.
I guess you could do like 3, but I'd put it in the fridge for 4 hours.
4 hours.
And when it comes out after 4 hours, it's gonna look more like you could cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
And then the last step would be to take the Reese's and to sprinkle them on top. So you can put whole ones, you can crush them, whatever you like. But that's how simple it is. It's simple and easy. I'm gonna clean this part up a little bit, and then I will put it in the fridge. But how good does it taste, Michelle? Because you had it.
Yum. It's delicious.
Delicious.
É maravilhosa. Say it's maravilhosa. Say maravilhosa. Maravilhosa.
Maravilhosa.
Yeah, lhosa is so hard to say.
So good.
So good.
And it doesn't matter if it looks a little sloppy because I put a lot of Reese's and you can't see anyway.
You're gonna put the Reese's
after the 4 hours.
After the 4 hours.
Yeah.
All right. So this is done, right?
Done.
So thank you. So thank you for showing us this recipe, and thank you for doing that for us.
Yeah, it's gonna be delicious. Every time we're together, we just eat.
And then when it's done, you cut a piece and you record it to show them.
I will when it's done in the 4 hours, because Michelle probably won't still be here in 4 hours. If she didn't want to learn how to do it, I would have had it made already for her to enjoy. But instead, I will cut a piece and I will show you the layers and how it looks, and how the topping looks. And we have another video to show too, which is exciting.
Yes. All right. So bye bye. Say bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bom, a gente vai ficando por aqui. Se você gostou dessa receita, eu vou deixar aqui na descrição do vídeo, então você consegue fazer na sua casa. É muito simples, aí a gente tem tudo. Eu vou deixar tudo em português, as medidas e as receitas pra você poder fazer, tá bom? Deixa seu like, não esquece de comentar e deixa uma mensagem pra Samantha no final. Bota nos comentários. Tchau, tchau. Bye, bye.
Hey everybody, good morning. It's Samantha. It's the next day. The pie Michelle and I made yesterday has been sitting in the fridge and chilling. It's been sitting all night, but it only had to sit for 4 hours, and now I want to show it to you. Okay, so here it is. Remember last night when I said it was a little bit wet? Well, it's not wet anymore. It's kind of like a whipped topping kind of top, but it's kind of more solid, more put together. Let me show you the layers, the cookie, the peanut butter, the topping, topped with the Reese's. Here's my slice. Not my prettiest slice, but it's gonna taste delicious. Let's taste it. Okay, so here we go. We're finally gonna try it. The bottom, the middle, the center, all the fun Reese's toppings. I can't wait. Let's see how it came out. Delicious. If you like peanut butter, you definitely have to try this. It's perfect for the hot weather when you don't want to heat up your house, you know, the heat from the oven. It's light, it's refreshing. You don't have to bake anything. Really popular with kids, adults, everybody. I definitely recommend you trying this. Thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe. Ciao, ciao.